Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I am coming to you today to share a bit of my story and what makes me who I am today. So I am Kessa Gooden, and I want to tell you a little bit about my journey and how I started on the path to entrepreneurship and the path to building a legacy for myself and my children and my grandchildren. See, I had a defining moment in life. I was a young 21-year-old who had two kids, a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old. Found myself in Niger, West Africa, where I don't speak the language, I don't know the culture, and I have no family there. At 21 years old, I went there because I believe in love. I thought I found the love of my life, and I chose that I was going to go there to keep my family together. See, there's two things that happened to me while I was in Africa specifically that let me define myself and find who I am today. The woman that you're looking at today was not who I was 21 years ago. Sorry, when I was 21 years old. I have found my purpose in being here in life all because of a choice that I made to sacrifice above myself and to give my all. At 21 years old, I found myself homeless in West Africa, being kicked out by my ex-husband on the street. Where I had nowhere to go, I found my church that I used to teach at. And while I was in the church, I used to have to sleep on the church floor. Now, if you know how Africa is, you know it's not a nice place, it's not a build-up kind of setting. This kind of setting is literally concrete and a piece of sponge that I found myself have to sleep on every day, walking the streets of Africa and being there. So finding myself homeless was one thing that taught me. I will never let myself be in the position again that I am not independent enough to take care of myself. I will never make someone have that power over me so much that I have to lose my resources. And that's where my entrepreneurial spirit was born. The other thing that Africa taught me and that I learned, which I am so grateful for, was I watched my 2-year-old baby boy almost died from malnutrition. And when I tell you he almost died from malnutrition, for days on top of days, his stomach was so big, he wouldn't take any food. He wouldn't eat anything. And he couldn't. I didn't have any money for myself. My ex-husband, or my husband at the time, didn't have any money. So we had to rely on my son's grandfather for money, for food, and all the necessary stuff. But let me tell you something. When I watched my son almost died, and all he needed was $10, $10 US for medication.
Have you always wanted to start your own business, your own nonprofit? Are you a closet entrepreneur? Well, Kessa Gooden can help you set up everything from your 501c status in less than 90 days. Help with business taxes and back taxes. She's your personal business assistant. So contact her today at www.camfinancialsgroup.com. That's KAM financialsgroup.com.
That brought something inside of me and root something up. And that made me know that I will never let my children be hungry for anything again. And I made that promise with my kids. And after making that promise, the journey was rough. I'm not going to lie. It was a rough journey because we're talking about 12, 13 years ago. So it's not like it was an easy thing just to say, okay, I'm not going to do any work and I will change my life. No. But those were my defining moments to know that I will never let my children be hungry again, and I will never let myself rely on someone so much that I end up on the street and end up homeless. So I started the journey of self-improvement, personal development, spiritual growth, financial growth. And I started that journey to say, no more homelessness. I got to be who I have to be in this life. I got to be who I was born to be. So I became an entrepreneur, a CEO of multiple companies. And as a CEO, let me tell you something. It brings me so much joy to know that I am able to impact others around the world, to help them change that life, one of isolation, one of lack of resources, to one of inclusion, to abundance, to financial freedom. That was my defining moment that helps develop who you're seeing today, Kessa Gooden. So I know I've done a lot of things, but it's not about really what I've done. This message here to you today is to say to you this: if I can do it, if I can go into a foreign country and survive being homeless on the street, not speaking the language from that country, not knowing that culture, it's a 97% Muslim country. At 21 years old with 2 children, and I could find myself and pick myself up and dust myself off and say, no more. No more of this. I must continue to build and grow. I must do and build a different life for myself and my children. I must do this. So I take the step that it needs to be. And I just heard Les Brown said this just now. Wherever your defining moment is, that's where you start with. And that's what inspired me right now to make this video for you guys, so I can share it. And I hope to God that this video finds you in comfort enough to receive these words. The journey still continues. It's not that you do something today and you make it and it's over. No, the journey still continues. You have to keep on growing. You have to keep on taking that next step and keep on moving up. I want to thank you guys so much for letting me share this part of me, because to be honest, I haven't shared that part of me. My son that I'm talking about right now, he's 15. And I have not spoke about that day until just now. And I realized that whatever I overcome, whatever I triumph over, can help to be a stepping stool for someone else. So I'm leaving this stool for you, this step for you, so that if you want to step up on these words today, to know that if I can make it out of that situation, you can make it too. I am Kessa Gooden, and I'll talk to you guys soon, and take care. Hey, remember, live your life to the fullest.
Have you always wanted to start your own business, your own nonprofit? Are you a closet entrepreneur? Well, Kessa Gooden can help you set up everything from your 501c status in less than 90 days. Help with business taxes and back taxes. She's your personal business assistant. So contact her today at www.camfinancialsgroup.com. That's KAM Financials group.com.